Thank you for taking the time to review our service management project focusing on Jinya Ramen Bar. Our group is composed of Lilac Lee, Olivia Sun, Kara Lewis, and Marco Vesney, all graduate students in the University of Houston at the Conrad N. Hilton College of Hotel and Restaurant Management. During this presentation, we will review the history, the mission and goals, the brand identity prism, and the semantic square of the restaurant, as well as discuss our personal observations and online reviews before outlining the serve qual and the gap analysis of our observations. We will conclude with our recommendation for the identified gaps. Jinya Ramen Bar was created by Tomonori Takahashi after he was unable to find his favorite comfort food during a trip to America. He based the initial concept on the Japanese Ayazaka or family-style restaurant with the purpose of making eating ramen an everyday ritual, reflected in their philosophy, no ramen, no life. The first Jinya location was opened in Tokyo in the year 2000. And in 2010, the first U.S. location was opened in California. Since then, the expansion has been from coast to coast to coast in both America and Canada. We conducted our research at the Jinya Houston Midtown location, just on the outskirts of downtown. Over the years, Jinya has won multiple awards, including LA Weekly's 99 Essential Restaurants and Best Dishes of 2010 by LA Weekly, as well as being awarded the title of Most Hidden Gem. Jinya's mission is to create delicious food at reasonable prices that's accessible to all, as well as to change the way people think about ramen. While its goals are to continue to remain authentic to Japanese cuisine culture and to use only the cleanest and purest foods for their recipes, we will discuss the brand identity prism of Jinya Ramen Bar. The brand identity is composed of 6 elements, and the physique or outward appearance of the brand, the relationship mode, which is how Jinya interacts with its customers, and the reflected mode, or how the customer views themselves for eating at Jinya, constitute the externalization of the brand, while the personality, that is how customers anthropomorphize Jinya, the culture, and those things that make Jinya uniquely Jinya, and the self-image, or how customers feel when consuming Jinya, are the internalization of the brand. Jinya's physique can be described as casual, trendy, in a modern industrial setting. Jinya style is different from the traditional Japanese Ayazaka style, using the American bar as inspiration to present a more casual atmosphere with a trendy modern industrial design. The relationship between guest and host is one that is accessible, interactive, friendly, and communal. The waitstaff is attentive and happy to help answer questions about the menu. And the seating is composed of a few booths, a bar, and 2 large tables in the middle for customers to sit in a communal style, offering interaction with other guests. Guests to Jinya are seen as fashionable, cultured, and youthful, while enjoying the everyday exotic ritual of eating traditional Japanese ramen. The personality of Jinya is a reflection of its founder and blends American hipness and Japanese funkiness with a nostalgia for the ramen culture, culinary method, and taste. The culture is a fusion of traditional and modern Japanese, as shown by the blending of modern open kitchen concept and the traditional communal table seating, all in a Japanese style with a focus on serving top-notch ramen that embraces culinary heritage as well as strives to present a progressive vision, devoting particular care to the ingredients and craftsmanship, especially the thick, rich broth prepared in perfect balance with handmade noodles to create unparalleled culinary delight. Finally, Guests feel worldly, receptive to the culinary culture, stylish in their mastery of a new experience, and enlightened by the harmonious blend of the old and new. We will next introduce the semantic square for Jinya. The semantic square identifies 6 different consumer groups and their unique relationship with Jinya Ramen Bar. The left side of the square identifies customers based on the modern factions to which they belong. This continuum spans from the progressive adventurous families, that is, families headed by members of Gen X or millennials who appear to have a genuine interest in new foods, all the way to trendy young hipsters. These are young couples dressed in old-school clothing and new-age accessories who thus fit the average appearance of the modern hipsters. The right side continuum classifies customers according to their levels of culinary enthusiasm. This continuum spans from cultural cuisine enthusiasts who hold a genuine interest in unique cultural cuisine to new-age food followers who are out to satisfy a curiosity about the new popular food hotspots. Atop the square, where progressive adventurous families meet culinary cuisine enthusiasts, we find worldly indulged relatives, while the below square, we find the traditional fine dining people. As a group, we spent approximately 30 hours across multiple trips and in different group sizes and compositions to observe Jinya. These trips were conducted on different days of the week and at different times of the day to ensure the most complete sampling. From our observations, we found that we enjoyed the family-style seating, the trendy atmosphere of the restaurant, and the very friendly wait staff. We did have an occasional long wait for a table. We also noticed a few individuals who seemed unsure of the communal table arrangement. Additionally, we had trouble finding the parking garage the first time visiting and noted that it could get both crowded and loud during certain times. We then conducted a survey of over 200 reviews from Yelp and TripAdvisor and found that approximately 98% of reviews were considered positive, rating Jinya 3, 4, or 5 stars. Among the positive reviews, 50% cited the friendly service provided by the great staff, 28% focused on the taste that keeps you wanting more, and 22% noted the energetic atmosphere. While among the negative reviews, 73% identified an issue with the physical location, most notably that Jinya could be loud and packed due to its popularity, with some guests waiting 30 to 60 minutes to be seated, and 27% cited parking issues, which some reviews called horrible. Applying the ServQual model to analyze our observation and the online reviews, we found 2 areas that issues were identified within. First, in the tangible areas, we identified problems are the poor parking conditions, the unexpected seating arrangements, and the noisy, crowded atmosphere. In the responsiveness area, we identified the length of time to be seated and how much time it took for food to be served after ordering. We then conducted a gap analysis of the areas identified above. The parking accommodation, seating arrangement, long seat waiting time, and long food preparation time are Gap 1 design flaws. We believe the parking accommodation issue is largely due to the lack of good signage directing customers to the available parking garage. The communal seating tables, while an integral part of the Jinya relationship, are a new concept to many Americans and may require some explaining before customers are comfortable with them. At peak times, the wait time is often between 30 minutes to an hour, with very limited wait space inside the restaurant. The queue then often extends outside, which could be uncomfortable in the Houston summer or during inclement weather. The food preparation time was also perceived to be long, at times running 15 minutes. The noisy environment is a Gap delivery flaw. The ambient noise levels can get loud due to the styling in the restaurant not absorbing any of the sound, which creates a rather noisy environment that is not relaxing. Finally, we will present our recommendations to address the identified gaps. First, place outdoor seating for waiting guests and offer water to them. This will enhance guest comfort and overall experience. Second, describe the communal seating arrangement on the website to allow people to become familiar with the idea before coming to the restaurant. Third, provide more clear signage for parking. Ideally, additional signage could be added in front of the restaurant, directing guests to the garage, and the entrance to the garage could be marked with a larger, more easily visible sign. Fourth, hire more chefs to reduce the food prep time, at least during peak times of the day. And lastly, install sound-absorbing panels to reduce ambient noise levels inside. Thank you for your time and watching our presentation. We hope you found it very enlightening.